You're here because you're suing your ex for $300 because he kept you from work playing with your stomach.
Yes.
All right.
This ex-boyfriend of mine is intentionally going around telling people that I purposely and deliberately went and added extra spices, which caused him to miss a cute little 48 hours of work.
So you said, hey, I'm thinking about changing the code. Too many people have it, okay? And then the next step in that was you changed the code.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, you didn't tell him what the code was going to be changed to.
Not at that moment.
Okay, and from the time you changed the code until you showed up with the police, did you tell him what the code was?
No.
Okay.
He found out after they took the bracelet off.
So you knew he was going to get you to the house before you did that day?
Yeah.
Okay, so how was he supposed to get in the house if you changed the code and didn't tell him and he was going to get there first?
So I'm supposed to communicate everything to him. He can't communicate to me. He can't call me and ask me, hey, so did you ever go through with the code thing? He can't even pick up the phone and say, hey, remember we were talking about the code? What did you do about that? Did you get...
Mr.
We
Williams,
show the comprehension here.
Mr. Williams.
So this is you demonstrating petty. You have done something that excludes him, keeps him out of the home that you share, and moreover, could have resulted in him being arrested and charged with breaking and entering. Those have consequences. Though he had to go to jail and may have had to put up a bond. That has financial consequences. That is why your actions, whether you meant them to be or not, were petty, because it was all about you and nothing about him.
His allegation is that you were petty, and he's here seeking money because he thinks you did something petty to cause him to be sick. We're just trying to get a framework and an understanding of the relationship between you two, how you interact with each other, so we can assess this claim that we're now getting ready to talk about. So you claim that you got sick.
Yes.
Okay.
Allegedly.
How did you get sick?
My friend had a big birthday bash. He knew about the birthday bash because I've been talking about it for a whole week. He tried to do some petty stuff and keep me in the house the night of the party. He tried to cook my favorite meal, steak, baked potato, and broccoli.
With the
steamed
cheese.
broccoli.
Hold on. So that was to keep you in the house because it was your favorite meal? You're thinking that he was thinking, well, this is my favorite meal, so now I won't go to the party?
Yeah, he really thought like, oh, if he cooked for me, try to put one of my favorite movies on, have some candles, that it could be a fake in-house date night. So I said, you know, put it in the refrigerator, I'll eat it when I get back. I go to the party, once I get home, I didn't really eat nothing at the party but like a cupcake and a few chicken wings. You know, because I know he cooked for me. I get home, warm up my plate, I take a bite, and I noticed a little spice, a little kick to it, but I'm like, okay, I know he know spice in my stomach don't get along.
Okay.
So as I'm eating, I'm noticing my tongue is like starting to burn. I go to the restroom because now my stomach doing flips. I'm talking about back flips.
That quickly?
Baby, when I tell you, oh, give it like 5-10 minutes, it's like Pepto-Bismol, Mo. Whoop, right through you. Okay, so make long story short, I'm in the restroom, I'm using it, and as I'm using it, I'm literally sweating. Why am I sweating? Why is my butt burning? Butt is burning when I tell you. So now I'm like, yo, it gotta be some spice to it because my butt's burning, I'm sweating.
Up next.
The food that you ate at home was not the only food that you ate that day. You've been eating all that day.
You had Wendy's, you had Chinese food, you had cupcakes, you had wings,
Southern
you
chicken.
had steak, you
Southern.
had broccoli, you had a baked potato,
No, listen.
and your stomach was upset and you are surprised.
Closed captioning provided.
His allegation is that you're petty, and he's here seeking money because he thinks you did something petty to cause him to be sick.
I'm in the restroom, I'm using it, and as I'm using it, I'm literally sweating. Why am I sweating? Why is my butt burning?
So, Mr. Williams, did you put a little something extra, a little extra kick on the meat?
No.
You didn't put
I only
anything on it?
changed 2 different ingredients, which is 2 different spices from the original recipe.
Okay.
Instead of me using the Martha Stewart seasoning, I went across the aisle and I got the Rachel Ray 30-minute meal seasoning so that he could have enough time to eat before he left for his
Oh,
event.
so instead of using
Hold on,
regular...
Mr. Jackson.
That was it. That's why I
what did you say,
understand
2
why.
different-
That's why I'm trying to figure out why it is that he was. No, because it was 2 different. I had used 2 different seasonings. But
Okay.
outside of that, it wasn't even really. It wasn't even that bad.
Mr. Jackson, I think where we left you, you were in the bathroom,
Yes.
okay? And
Yes.
you were having issues.
Can we just
this
come
is
out
about,
the bathroom?
So we're coming out.
I tried. I really tried. My butt was burning.
Did that keep you from work for the next?
Yes, and I got the check stubs here to prove.
Well, hold on,
Okay.
before you jump to, so what time are you supposed to be at work?
7 o'clock in the morning.
All right, so what happened that morning?
I called out. I was on the toilet.
Okay, all right.
That first day, they was cool with it, you know. And I told Damion, I'm like, yo, my stomach's still hurting. Like, what did you put in there? Because like it's kind of being excessive, and it's not normal at this point for my stomach to still be hurting.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, the first day, you gotta pay me. Look, because I can't keep missing work.
You felt you couldn't go into work, you called in Tuesday, all right, and you missed the whole day Tuesday.
Yes, like I said, since I'm missing these 2 days of work, you gotta come up with your funds, sir.
Patrick, can you get the folder for me?
$300, does that cover Monday and all day Tuesday?
So yes, Monday and Tuesday. So the half plus my tips, it covers everything. And pain and suffering. Yes. I want it all. I want alimony.
So that $300 covers lost wages,
PTO.
tips, and pay to suffering in your mind.
Yeah.
And so, Mr. Williams, I'ma just guess. You don't think you owe this money.
No, we're overlooking a very important detail.
Okay, tell me what that important detail
The food that you ate at home was not the only food that you ate that day. You've been eating all that day. You ate sweets, chicken, broccoli, mashed
It
potato
wasn't
steak.
spicy.
No, that don't all go together.
Sweets isn't spicy. Like you just said, broccoli,
Okay.
that was spicy.
right.
You cooked that. The steak, you cooked
It
that.
sounds
That
like
was
it
spicy.
sound like you had an upset stomach and you're upset because...
Okay,
So,
but
Mr.
what is...
Jackson, hold
Hold on.
Because you made me miss work.
Hold on. What did you have for lunch that day? What did you have maybe for breakfast, for lunch, for...
Wendy's. I had Chinese food. Nothing of that. You get what I'm saying? Nothing.
Again, none
Wait,
of
wait,
this
wait,
stuff
wait,
go
wait,
with
wait,
the
wait. Hold
stomach.
on. You had, wait. You had Wendy's, you had Chinese food, you had cupcakes, you had wings,
Southern
you
chicken.
had steak, you
Southern.
had broccoli, you had a baked potato,
No, listen.
and your stomach was upset, and you are surprised.
And then within 5 to 10 minutes, you sweating and you burning.
Yes.
All right, well, I think that sums it up. Gentlemen, Judge Dana and I have enough information. So right now, we're going to ask you to step out while we deliberate. And then when you come back in, we will let you know what our decision is, okay? Mm-hmm. All right, Patrick, would you escort our litigants out, please?
Well, I'm overwhelmed by the amount of evidence to support his claim. So...
Well, you got his gastronomic history. I mean, what more do you want?
And beyond, clearly he had a stomach issue. I just don't know that it was what he ate there. Because here's the thing, typically
It doesn't happen that fast.
it's usually anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, which potentially,
earliest,
the earliest, which would put it back at the party. So I'm like, okay, were those wings not fresh? I don't know. But he hasn't done enough to tie it to this. Now, he did say it was the meat or something tasted spicy. He didn't stop eating it. Now, do I think Mr. Williams is petty enough? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, from a judicious standpoint,
Oh, yes.
I don't think there's been sufficient evidence to tie the stomach issues to the particular food that's involved. We don't know exactly what spices they were or anything like that. So
I would say that you are accurate in your analysis of the facts and the evidence and your understanding and interpretation of the law, sir.
okay. And scene. Okay, these two right here.
Oh, my God.
All right, Patrick, would you show our litigants back in, please?
All right, gentlemen, we have reached a decision. But before my better half renders the opinion, I want to say to both of you, I want your best behavior regardless of the outcome.
Pettiness should not be rewarded. And when you do things that are petty, there are consequences to that. And so, you know, we've got an issue here where you're claiming that you miss work, which is a serious thing. When you miss work and you miss money, that's a serious thing. And if it's a result of pettiness, then that's something that you should be compensated for. Having said that, though, I don't know that you have proved it was a result of pettiness. We don't know exactly what caused your stomach issues. Quite frankly, for most people, it takes more than about 5 or 10 minutes before they start to feel stomach issues from something they've eaten. It has to go through and interact with their body. And so it's usually, you know, at least 30 minutes to an hour before something like that happens. We don't know exactly what it was that caused you to have your stomach distressed. Because of that lack of evidence, we are unable to rule in your favor, and we're going to have to deny your claim.
Sir.
Yes, ma'am.
That's fine. He still walks out single, and, you know, y'all have a good one.
Well, that's the ruling of this court. Court is adjourned.
Thank you. Great. Good. And I told him he was never going to get it, wasn't going to get it, shouldn't have got it, and still didn't get it.
Today, I'm not even feeling away because, honestly, I got a better job, I got a better man, I got money, so I'm great.
Well, I hope you get a better job.
Stop. Like
and I
they
hope you
said.
got keys to come pick you up from here, okay?
I do, I got a car.
Well,
Yeah, she'll sit up, but hey, she'll be on the news next.
the news.